It's been variously described as the television revolution and the licence to lose money, and soon anyone with a satellite receiving dish can judge for themselves. This Sunday, the media tycoon Rupert Murdoch launches Sky Television, Britain's first satellite broadcasting network. The 4 new channels will struggle at first. For example, there aren't enough receiving dishes in the shops yet, even for early orders. But as Nick Glass reports, Mr. Murdoch is prepared to lose tens of millions of pounds in the next few years to ensure his new project's success.
Here, the skyline's never going to be the same again. Everybody's going to get a dish to watch my sensational new chat show.
Sensational. That's at least how Derek Jameson sees it. And come Sunday night, he'll be there when the new baby elbows his way into the great television playpen. Sky Television's headquarters in an industrial estate at Isleworth in Middlesex is still rising from the mud. Building and equipment have cost £25 million.
When I first arrived and I walked here from my flat, I thought, God, I must have made a mistake because it looked like a tip. But it's changed dramatically over the last few weeks, and they think that by the time we go on air, there'll be another transformation, so it'll look even better.
I think they're fairly ready now. That's been an incredible rush, I think, at the last moment, but they seem to be fairly ready. Until we actually see Sunday night transmitting, we won't know for certain, but they say they're ready, so presumably they are.
Stand by, we are recording in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2...
Good evening, I'm Bob Friend, and we'll be back with both those stories in just a moment.
Sky's initial output will be 4 channels: news, films, sport and general entertainment. Later in the year there'll be an arts channel and a Disney channel.
It was always your intention that Sky should, quote-unquote, creep on air. Is that still the case?
The intention has been to get on air. The way we will sell dishes and move the receivers is by getting the channels on air so that people can see the sort of programming we've got to offer.
As it is, only a limited number of satellite dishes and receivers have been sold. Sky claims some 600,000 homes will be able to receive their broadcasts on Sunday night, but most of those will receive the signal by cable rather than satellite.
I visited every rental house to find out which equipment they had and what was for hire, and none of them had any on show. A few in the last week or so had little dishes, but none of this equipment to go with it. So you couldn't get an idea, just that you had to rent it and had to buy the dish and had to pay for the installation. So I felt it was better to just go out and buy it all at once. I feel with this I've got a choice of, 20, 30 channels or something coming soon. There'll be something I can watch when I've got free time.
And to your knowledge, you're the first on Wallingford Avenue?
Yes, to have a satellite dish, yes.
Bernard Kay's home may be one of fewer than 20,000 able to receive Sky direct from the satellite on day 1.
I don't know how many dishes have been sold so far, and to be honest, I don't really care too much, because my concern is to get the channels up and running. And once I've got them up and running, then people will buy the dishes in vast numbers.
I would buy it if I had the money.
I'm trying to win one. How? I've entered the competition in the Sun newspaper.
No, if it's from Murdoch, he can stick it up his jumper.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Executive of News International, Mr. Rupert Murdoch.
We are seeing the dawn of a new age in this country of freedom for viewing and freedom for advertising, one of individual choice of information and entertainment.
It's believed that Rupert Murdoch has initially committed £450 million to Sky, and that he may be prepared to spend as much as £1,000 million to make it work. He may need to.
This is a huge piece of risk-taking entrepreneurial investment. So I can't tell you when we'll break even, especially since we intend to reinvest most of the revenues that we will make in the early years back into the channels to make them even better than they're going to be on Sunday.
It's also a huge investment for BSB, the rival satellite company, which starts broadcasting in the autumn. Some analysts are worried that neither company is investing enough in programming.
At the moment, both BSB and Sky are looking at about £2,000 to £4,000 an hour. I do not believe this is going to secure them anything more than a 30% share of commercial audiences. If they can get up to 50% of commercial audiences, then they might well break even before 1995. To do that, I believe they've got to spend more on programming. So basically, it's a case of spending more to secure more money and break even earlier on.
Some analysts have suggested more pessimistically that the market may not be able to sustain 2 satellite companies and that it'll become a fight to the death.
We have 11 extremely successful shareholders, companies of enormous size. You name them: Reeds, Pearsons, Charger, Bond. I wouldn't like to pit their Murdoch's pockets against theirs. They are taking a bit of the action. He's having to take it all. I think our pockets are going to be quite deep enough to sustain this.
Sunday's launch of Sky is an historic moment in broadcasting, Britain's first satellite TV station. 4 new channels all in one go. It also heralds the formal end to ITV's monopoly on TV advertising. What lies ahead is a battle to attract an audience.
This is Sky Television.